You ready, folk?
Did you notice?
Notice what? That we're matching? Yeah, super sweet, folk. Stupid.
So what am I supposed to be doing?
Just stand there and look pretty, Leah. Quit playing, Leah. Quit playing. Today, we're talking rolling out. Come run with me. You can't catch me. And welcome back to another edition of Running with James. It's so good to be here with you again. If you're new to the channel, welcome. From the bottom of my heart, I say welcome. From my lips, I utter the words, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Before you leave, please take an opportunity to subscribe to the channel. We're all things running and we are all things fitness. So today we are talking about rolling out, right? So we are in that realm of recovery. And you know what? There's so many tools that you can utilize for recovery. One of my favorite tools to use is this tried and true percussion massager. It does all the wonderful things. It cures what ails you. It can be super intense though. So this thing has worked magic for my life. You have your balls, like your roller balls, right? Your kind of like your pinpoint precision type tools. You also have the good old roller, right? The rolling pin, right? Roll out, me and my homie. So, but there's these awesome tools, but there's nothing like the tried and true roller. And there's all different types, right? You've got ones with the little pinpoint needles and you've got the kind of PVC style, but you can never go wrong with a good old-fashioned foam roller. These things, everybody should have at least one of these. They're great for traveling. They're lightweight. They last a good amount of time. And so we got this one actually from Rollga. And so thank you, Rollga, for sending us. They sent us 3 of these bad boys. And so what I told them we were gonna do is we were gonna do a special video all about foam rolling. And since we're runners, what are we gonna do it on? Running. Now this thing has saved my life through so many different types of activities, whether it was OCR obstacle course racing, when I was doing American Ninja Warrior, you know, so several years ago, you know, I went and did the show 2 or 3 times, made it to Vegas a couple times, but I will tell you, we were training so hard for that event, that one opportunity, right, to get on the show, and then get on the show and we're like, okay, we made it to Vegas, and now we gotta like triple our efforts. My shoulders, my back, my biceps, everything was just constantly knotted up and sore just from overuse. And so the foam roller, it was something that really got me through those hard training sessions. And so today we're joined by my entire family. The whole family's coming today. And so my wife Leah and my little girl Olivia, she's a star. She's already a superstar. She takes over and she basically makes me look like a yahoo. So they're there today. They're here today to kind of take us through the entire lower portion of our body. So we're going to be working, remember, it's all one kinetic chain. And so we're going to work that posterior portion of our kinetic chain. And we're going to work those glutes, those hamstrings, those calves, and see what is it that we can do to be more efficient, to recover faster so that we can get out there and run those miles and hit those PBs. So let's see what we got today. Check it out. Okay guys, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work the glute area. So we're gonna work your backside. So here's what you're gonna do. So I want you to go ahead and cross that leg, your ankle over your knee. And that's gonna help to open up that hip, help get you into a position where you can really get that glute moving and loosened up. And so as you're pushing it, right, you may see her grimace a bit. You may have a little tender spot. So if you do have a tender spot, then all you want to do is kind of take some motions, breathe really deeply, and kind of work that spot over and over again, right? So spend anywhere from 30 seconds to, you know, a minute, whatever it may be, and really kind of loosen up that area as best you can, right? As best you can. And so once you get to a place where you feel like you kind of worked it enough, then you just take a breath and switch sides. All right, so now we're gonna work the hamstring. And so the hamstring is obviously connected to that glute. It's all one kinetic chain. And so what we're gonna wanna do is you're going to just put the back of your leg on top of your roller. And so moving back and forth, just like you did on your glute, really loosen it up. If you get a sore area, you get a point that's kind of sticky, then what do? You just kind of work it over, pause, and take a breath. Then if it kind of loosens up and you feel like you've got the strength for it, the next thing you want to do is cross your leg over, and that'll actually add quite a bit more pressure to that hamstring and really starting to loose that bad boy up. All right, so now this particular movement is specific to the calf. And so the calf is probably one of the most overlooked pieces of equipment on our body. So we probably don't give it nearly enough attention. And so what we're gonna do is just go back and forth, kind of turn that foot to the left and to the right. And that's gonna help allow you to hit all of those heads to that calf, your gastrius, your soleus. And so as we keep moving, right, as we keep getting it, it's probably gonna get a little easier. And so once that happens, then what you can do is you can just add a little bit more weight by crossing your leg, just like we did on the hamstring, right? And as we add more weight, more pressure, yeah, you heard her say, ooh, right? It's definitely gonna get much, 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 much more difficult, and you're gonna feel it. And so use your arms to kind of hold your weight up, keep that core tight, and you're gonna loosen this bad boy up. All right, now we're gonna work that quad, right? To the front of your leg. And so we're gonna turn over, and when we turn over, we're going to use our hands or our elbows, whichever one you wanna use, to get that weight down on your quad. And you're just gonna roll it back and forth. Be sure on all these movements, try to stay off of a joint, right? So you don't wanna go over your knee, you don't wanna go behind your knee, you wanna stay kind of off of your ankle. If you're gonna go up on the front portion, right, try not to go too high up on your hip flexor, because we really just wanna work that soft tissue and work those muscles and loosen those bad boys up, okay? So on this one, the amount of weight you put on it is all on you. You can cross your legs on this one as well, add a little bit more weight. Or you can, if you really want to limit the amount of weight that you're putting on, then you can do both legs at one time. And when you do both legs at one time, and this probably is the way you want to start, doing 2 legs at once, because this will be the easiest and the least painful as you get into it. All right, guys, now we're gonna hit these adductors. We're gonna hit on the inside of your thigh. And this is all connected to your knee as well. Remember, it's all one kinetic chain. And so on this one, we're just opening our legs up. So that knee should be bent, correct? And you are going to just roll, right? So this one's gonna be one of those kind of awkward movements. So maybe not one you wanna take your foam roller and go into the middle of the weight room and just drop it down in front of a bunch of the meatheads. But definitely one that can get in there and loosen it up and get your knees, keep your knees from hurting. So if you're having inside knee pain, if you're having some MCL pains or what have you, or maybe some inner quad area pains, then this will be one of those ones that'll really help to get you where you need to be. All right, so do 30 seconds to a minute and then switch legs. All right, so this one is more of a triggering on the arches of the foot, okay? And so oftentimes we'll get pain in our heels or in our Achilles. And remember, it's all one kinetic chain. And so what tends to happen is the muscles, the soft tissue in the arches of our feet tend to get tight because we're using them. It's repetitive motions over and over and over again. And so you can use something like a trigger point roller. You can also use something like a ball, a trigger ball. And so using those will really help to get into, and as you'll kind of see, we're going to get in real close on this so you can see how your foot kind of wraps around that ball and how that soft tissue kind of helps is getting released. And so this may actually hurt, right? This may actually kind of feel a little tender. And so if that does, then that means it's super tight and you really got to try to work that bad boy out a bit more, okay? And so spend most of your time in the soft tissue. You know, really don't need to spend any time on your heel. That's just all kind of fascial tissue covering up, right? That's your plantar fascia. And so you want to really work the soft tissue as much as you possibly can. Did they do a good job? Did they do a good job? Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Leah. They're just so wonderful, aren't they? And Olivia, she's just so cute. I never want to stop hugging her. She's so awesome. So thanks, guys, for coming in today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. Utilize each one of these movements, and if you can do them every single day, you can do them as part of your warm-up right before you go and do activity. You can do them afterwards. So they're really things that you can utilize on a regular basis to not only keep you from getting injured, but afterwards also, if you do somehow get some of those kind of niggles, some of those pains, to get rid of them as quick as possible. So thanks for coming in today, guys. So here's the deal. Check this out. If you will, go over to our IG page, go to our Instagram page. It's at BC Fit Status. You can see it right down here, right? And here's what we're doing. Because Rollga sent these to us, we're gonna give away a few of these bad boys. But you gotta go to the IG page to get all the details and to figure out how to get your name on that list. So thanks for coming in, guys. If you haven't done so already, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the page. We love you guys. Thanks for being here. Don't forget, every single day, figure out a way to change your mind, right? Learn something new, change the way you think about stuff, because if you change your mind, you're gonna change your life. So James is out. I'm gonna go eat some dinner with the fam. We having shrimp tacos tonight. What? Yum, 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 yum. All right, what are we having for dinner?
Tacos.
We having them shrimp tacos?
Yeah.
Ooh, I told y'all I wasn't playing around. Look at this. Ooh, we got the guac. We got, ooh, yeah, we got the mix. Oh, snap. What is that, Leah?
Tomato sriracha.
Oh, my gosh. Mommy takes forever, doesn't she?
Yeah.